So you're going to get kissing here with them. You got some really beautiful dogs.
She wants to play. You want to play?
Of the people and their officers saying, "You shall no longer give the people skills to make." I don't know what to do. Help me. She's crazy. Help me. So could it be that the Israelites are the ones who built the pyramids?
Welcome to our channel. I'm going to go over the personality differences that are attributed to a male versus a female Alapaha blue blood bulldog. Now, their reproductive hormones are what play a part in how both sexes behave. And at approximately 11 months to 1 year of age, Alapahas, you'll start to see with the male the innate urge to mark out territory, and they might mount inanimate objects and even people. And there also might be a tendency for them to roam looking for a mate, and this could also affect their focus, say if you're training or there's other female dogs nearby, and you might experience some aggression toward other male dogs around this age, although this isn't always going to be the case. Now, my sister and brother-in-law have 3 males living in their home. Pi is their only Alapaha, and Pi was neutered around 9 months old. And their other adult male is a pit mix called Sweetie, who is intact. And they also recently rescued another adult male pit mix, and he was already fixed. There in the first part of this video, when they came up to visit us, Pi is the mainly white dog with a white face, and Sweetie is the solid red dog. I had Cypress and Jack both downstairs. Now, their 3 dogs get along very well. They play and eat together, and they sleep in the bed with them at night. Now, that being said, neutering before your dog reaches the age when their testosterone is at its peak, and they start displaying signs of maturity with the marking and mounting, etc. And being well socialized can significantly reduce aggressiveness toward other male dogs. The females come into season around 9 months old, and they can become more territorial and dominant with each other, and also be more demanding of your attention during their heat cycle. And they'll often urinate and then move to different areas outside to spot or mark as well when they're in season, and it's a way to signal that they're in heat or they soon will be. All of our dogs live in our home with us. There are no outdoor kennels. With our 6 females living in the house, we've never experienced any aggressive issues or problems with them. And the older ones play with the younger ones. They'll also correct them if they're being obnoxious or overbearing, which is usually typical with a puppy. We do not intervene. We let them work out their pecking order in the pack, and they will share their toys. They love to roughhouse with each other. They all get along and play with the 2 smaller dogs that we have very well. Now, if we drop a piece of food on the floor, they'll all rush over to it, but no one tries to attack the other one for it. There is a peaceful coexistence between them. We believe this is in part with us not intervening when they are establishing their pecking order, starting out as youngsters. And the same would apply to having more than one male dog living in the house and getting them altered before maturity hits. Now, with our two intact males, Cypress and Jack, who also live in our house together, we do keep them separated now. One of our females is usually coming into heat or coming out of season, and the desire for a male dog to procreate is just very strong. We have experienced jealousy over the females with the two males. Now, under normal circumstances, if they were both neutered early on, we wouldn't have any jealousy between them around the girls, and no need for separation. Now, as far as training goes, both the male and female Alapahas, whether they're fixed or not, are equally intelligent and very easy to train from the get-go. They're an exceptionally intelligent breed. With my training and my experiences working with them, I personally do not notice any differences between the two in their ability to pick up on commands quickly or their focus during training, nor from the families of our puppies that I've spoken with, and they have had a dog or dogs spayed and or neutered. Now, this breed does have a stubborn side as well. I practiced the clicker training with treats, and I've had great results with our dogs and the puppies. Most Alapahas are extremely food-driven. That being said, you want to keep them fit. There are many ways to achieve this by giving them a job. Walks with a backpack and a couple of pounds of dry beans or water bottles on either side work great. And you want to add the weight around 6 months old. This keeps them fit, their mind stimulated, and helps burn off stress or any pent-up energy. And you want to be light on the sugary treats or just none at all. I don't buy any treats for them that have any kind of sweetening to it. And you can also hide treats. This is great on rainy days. Let them search sniffing them out. There's also an activity called land mushing. Some call it urban mushing. A few types of this are what they call bike joring, skate joring, and carting. Now, the bike and the skate joring, the dog is pulling you. You have like a long lead with them wearing a harness, and they'll pull you on like rollerblades or on a skateboard or even on your bike. They can jog beside you. The carting is when you've got a cart and you can train the dog to pull you on that. And now this also applies to their innate instinct to guard. Having them altered does not affect their instinctive guard dog characteristics. Both are in tune to people's body language from our experiences as well. Some will develop their protective behavior earlier than others, and we see in our dogs, both the girls and the boys, where they go from one window to another and the front door, which is all glass, and they just check things out and see what's going on outside. Now, we've heard of this behavior also from families of our dogs as well, and when someone pulls up to our house, the dogs are right there at the door barking, and they'll gather all around visitors and sniff everyone up. Now, with Lexi and Cypress and Jack and Lovely, they do not have a suspicious nature, which is common with this breed. And they're usually right there ready to get petted. Now, the other girls can be a little wary and take a few minutes to allow people to touch them, but they still have their guard dog qualities. I've had someone over before when my husband wasn't here and they were fixing, I don't know if this is the telephone line or whatever, and I had Jack sitting on the ottoman, and I told him to stay there, and the gentleman was in here talking to me, and when he took a step forward, Jack jumped off of the ottoman. He came and sat right beside me. He didn't growl. He didn't show teeth. He just watched the man, and he just kept his eye on the man and stayed right next to me. That's just an example of their stability and their discernment, be able to size up a situation and act accordingly. Now with Cypress, I've trained him specifically as a mobility assistance dog, and he's achieved and been awarded the highest level of testing by the AKC, their Canine Good Citizens Urban Test. He knows it's time to work when we go out. I can take him anywhere around people, kids, other dogs, and animals, and into any establishment, and he does his job. He's the red brindle in the video with me in the stores during his training, and I also included one of the pack walks that we went on in the video as well. There's a Dalmatian and a Pit Bull with us on that trip. And I began Cypress's obedience training from the day he was 8 weeks old, and then progressed into socializing with more advanced training as he grew older. As a puppy, I took him regularly to the Tractor Supply during their mobile vet clinic day, and I did light agility coursework with him for added exposure. Then we went on tag walks with other people and their dogs. Now, as far as house training goes, I've trained all of our dogs from a very early age, starting around 5 or 6 weeks old, to ring the potty bells, along with crate training them. And aside from having a couple of accidents in the house as puppies, neither Jack nor Cypress has ever hiked their leg in the house, nor did any of the females spot mark in the house all over the carpet when they were in season. We've been very consistent with our house training and believe that this is the reason why we've not experienced any issues like this. Now, when Jack was just a few months old, he did try to hump our leg a couple of times, and right away we corrected it by telling him no very sternly just as soon as he started it, and he's never done it since, or with any of his toys or pillows or anything else. Now, Cypress, our other male, has never tried to do this at all, not with his toys, not on us, not with any of his blankets or anything. Now, the females will mount each other if you have more than one. This mounting behavior may also be displayed as a sign of dominance, one over the other, in both the males and the female. And you'll see this sometimes when they meet a new dog, and also during play. Now, the girls don't do this with people that we've ever seen or heard of. And these behaviors are not a given for every dog's personality differences. A dog's traits and characteristics will also play a role in these factors as well. And puppies, be they male or female, that has proper socialization and training and a well cared for, loving environment are the most ideal foundation. This means having experience around other dogs and of different sizes and their different personalities, and associating them with people and young kids, exposure to different places, environments, and scenarios can make a huge positive impact on how both sexes might react as an adult in different settings. And the Alapaha is known to have a natural affection toward children. Their temperament is not one to challenge their family for an alpha position. They adore their people, and they love sharing your space. They don't care if you're all up in their face. I can stick my hand down in their food. I don't have any problems with them. They're not known for having unwarranted aggressive behavior toward people or other dogs. They don't go looking for a fight, but in most cases they will not back down if they're being challenged, whether they're altered or not. Balance is the key, and we always suggest it's best to have the opposite sex to share the home. If you liked this video and you got a lot out of it, and you had some questions answered that you might be concerned or just not sure of, then don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so you can be alerted to our videos as we post them. And you can check out my book that I wrote. It's got a lot of in-depth detail about this breed and their history. I've got a ton of pictures in there. I've got a lot of historical pictures of the foundation dog, Lana's Marcel Lane. some of her other dogs. Our breed is the original Lana Lou Lane bloodline, and these traits and their characteristics and behaviors are based upon this lineage. If you'd like to help support our cause with this breed, you can donate by buying us a coffee. Just click on the link below. Thank you for watching.